Would you please welcome Asylum recording artist, Mr. Steve Goodman.
Thank you, folks. When got a dry shirt? Just be sure when you say I love you, it's a sin to tell a lie. Now millions of hearts are broken just because those words were spoken. I love you, yes I do, I love you. If you break my heart, I'll cry, so be sure it's true. When you say I love you, it's a sin to tell a lie. Yes, I do, I love you. And if you break my heart, I'll cry. So be sure it's true. When you say I love you, it's a sin to tell a lie. It's a sin to tell a lie. Thank you, folks. Well, we'll get to a bunch of songs we didn't do first set, and then we may have to do a couple of the new ones again since this is for the radio. And those people out there deserve to hear the stuff, too. And to hear the few that we actually know with Jethro. Yeah, good. Tune on the radio. Well, here's a song that I wrote after a trip to St. Croix. Down to the Banana Republic, down to the tropical sun, come the expatriated Americans, expecting to have some fun. Some of them come for the sailing, drawn by the lure of the sea, to cure the spirit that's ailing from living in the land of the free. Some of them are running from lovers, leaving no forward address. Some of them are running marijuana, and some are running from the IRS. And late at night you can see them in the cheap hotels and bars, hustling the senoritas as they dance beneath the stars, spending the renegade pesos on a bottle of rum and a lime, singing, give me some words I can dance to and a melody that rhymes. Once you learn the native customs and a word of Spanish or two, well, and you know you can't trust them because they know they can't trust you. down in Banana Republic. It is not always as warm as it seems when none of the natives are buying any second-hand American dreams. All the expatriated Americans are feeling so all alone, telling themselves the same lies that they told themselves at home. And late at night you can see them in the cheap hotels and bars, hustling the senoritas as they dance beneath the stars, spending their renegade pesos on a bottle of rum and a lime, singing, give me some words I can dance to and a melody that rhymes. Let's see, what else we got here? Here's one in D. Haven't played too many in D tonight. Let's see if D is there. This is a little off the wall. This is about a highway bandit named Turnpike Tom. He has a large family, most of which lives in San Francisco, I guess. Oh, the first time I met old Turnpike Tom, sitting in a diner in Bloomington, he said, are you going my way? He had a sleeping bag and his hat was torn, and both his thumbs were 2 feet long from years of hitching on the highway. Well, he said, mister, won't you give me a ride? And I'm a wanted man looking for a place to hide. And we finished the coffee and got in the car and we drove off, and we hadn't gone too far, and Tom began to tell a sad story. Said along around 1942, I robbed a bank in Kalamazoo just to get enough money to marry my true darling. But she died when she heard what I had done, and ever since I've been on the run, standing on the highways calling, calling, mister, won't you give me a ride? I'm a wanted man and I'm looking for a place to hide. He says, now I'm old and I'm ready to die, and I'm too tired to run and too sick to try, and soon I'll be hitching in the skyway. That's what he said. Says, I can't pay you for the ride, but just once before I die, I'd like to do somebody a favor. And out of his pocket he got an old key, and he brought out a map and he gave him to me, and he said, here's an end to all your labor. Way down in Greensboro, Tennessee, in the back of Rusty's roadside cabaret, there's 20,000 in unmarked green, and the money I stole is in the machine that hangs on the wall in Rusty's roadside men's room. I said, what? About 3 nights later at Rusty's door, I had 2 beers and then 2 more, and then I headed for the treasure. And it was just like Tom said. This machine was under a sign that read, prevent VD, deposit 2 quarters. And I got out the key and I broke the lock. And it was there to my bewilderment and shock. There's a sign that read, well, you've been had in a sanitary way by Turnpike Tom, the outlaw with the fastest sense of humor. And if you meet some sucker with a troubled mind, hand him the key and feed him the line, and tell him that his days will soon be better. Oh, mister, you've been taken for a ride. There ain't nothing but fool's gold here inside. Now the real gold is inside us all. Remember that you only fall for lies and stories when you want to. What? Thank you, folks. Thanks very much. Well, does anyone remember the Ice Capades? Right? Nah. Does anyone remember the old Smoothies? This is the case usually. I guess it's been that long since I went to the Ice Capades, but the old Smoothies were a couple of old people, I mean, really old people, old gray people that would circle the ice and bow and leave. That was their end. So they do. And I used to go to the Ice Capades with my grandparents because my grandfather was Russian and would go to anything involving skates. He used to drive to Detroit to see people play hockey. He used to drive from Chicago to close the store and go to Detroit. So a song for my grandparents and the old Smoothies here. My grandparents would take us down to the ice skating show at the hockey rink at the stadium when the Blackhawks were on the road. We would cheer for the clowns and their costumes and the beautiful figure ballet of the former Olympic champions as they'd spin on the frozen spray. I remember one moment in that whole spectacular show when the band would play a quiet waltz and they turn the lights down low. Old Smoothies, two old people on skates, sequin septuagenarians doing their figure eights. How they glide around the arena, so serene and sublime. They had been the old Smoothies for a long, long time. Where did they get the stamina? How did they stay in shape? I know that took a lion's share of liniment, pride, and tape. My grandparents smiled as the Smoothies would glide and pirouette. Grandfather reached out for grandmother's hand, and grandma's eyes got wet. Spotlight would follow the Smoothies till they circled the ice and bowed. That was all 20 years ago, but I can see it now. Oh, Smoothies, two old people on skates, sequin septuagenarians doing their figure eights. How while they glide around the arena, so serene and sublime. They had been the old Smoothies for a long, long time. Well, we should play another song about Chicago. Richard J. Daley was the mayor of our town till that cold day in December when they laid him in the ground. Daley's gone, one more round. Daley's gone. He was always known as the working man's pal. He grew up in Bridgeport and studied law at De La Salle. And Daley's gone, one more round. Daley's gone. He was first elected mayor back in 1955, when half the people here tonight were not as yet alive. Daley's gone, one more round. Daley's gone. When it came to building tall buildings, there was no job that's too tough. Daley built McCormick Place twice, because once was not enough. Daley's gone, one more round. Daley's gone. When John Kennedy wanted to be president, oh, he knew just what to do. He called up Mayor Daley because he was Irish too. Daley's gone, one more round. Daley's gone. There never was another man who could inspire more love or hate. If you were in the park and it was 1968, Daley's gone, one more round. Daley's gone. And it would be funny if heaven was just like the 11th Ward, and you had to know somebody to receive your just reward. Daley's gone, one more round. Daley's gone. Richard J. Daley was the mayor of our town. But when he died, no suitable replacement could be found. Daley's gone, one more round. Daley's gone. One more round. Daley's gone. Yeah, interesting guy, you know. Wasn't two of them, you know. Curly in Boston and, you know, and Daley, you know, and name a couple of others, and there aren't going to be too many, I'll tell you. You know, that's it. You know, it's a private club of guys that can do all of that. You know, be that good and that bad at the same time. Fabulous combination guy. Well, anyhow, let's see what else is going on. This is just called drowning in the stream of consciousness. Great. I gotta get out of here somehow. I know what we'll play. Miss Beverly Jones had a PhD in physics. She went downtown to look for some work. Every place she applied, they told her she was qualified to be a secretary or a clerk. And the word got out on the day she was born. But she was 25 years getting the news. She had the I don't know where I'm going, but I'm going nowhere in a hurry blues. My friend Fred felt lucky last Tuesday, and so he went down to the track. He was armed with a hot tip, and he had $100 bill, but that boy had to hitchhike back. The horse that he bet on led all the way, and then it tossed off one of its shoes. That horse had the I don't know where I'm going, but I'm going nowhere in a hurry blues. It's I don't know where I'm going, don't know how long this journey will last. It's I don't know where I'm going. The future is one big mirror of the past. I've been losing so long, it looks just like winning. Kick me again and I'll come up grinning. All my time I spent standing still on some old world that's spinning round so fast. And it was on a Sunday morning, about 100 years ago. The message had no warning, though everybody told him so. The last thing I heard General Custer say when he looked up and saw the Sioux was, I've got the I don't know where I'm going, but I'm going nowhere in a hurry blues. And the last thing that Marie Antoinette said just before her head fell down to her shoe was, let them eat the I don't know where I'm going, but I'm going nowhere in a hurry blues. In French. And the last thing that Adolf Eichmann said in that courtroom full of Jews was, I don't know. In a hurry. And the last thing that Richard Nixon said on the David Frost interview is, I live in the big house and I got all the money. And that gave me the I don't know where I'm going, but I'm going nowhere in a hurry blues. The I don't know where I'm going, but I'm going nowhere in a hurry blues. Thank you, folks. I'd like to blow my nose on the radio now. Hey, hold that radio up here a little closer to my face so I can... Sometimes you say things that you can't take back. That was one of them. I'm sorry. Not a half bad idea. Mind your own business. That's the Hank Williams song. If the wife and I are fussing, brother, that's alright. Me and that sweet woman got a license to fight. Why don't you mind your own business? Mind your own business. If you mind your business, then you won't be minding mine. There's a woman on our party line, a nosy thing. Picks up the receiver when she knows it's my ring. Why don't you mind your own business? Mind your own business. Mind your own business and you won't be minding mine. If I want a honky-tonk around till 2 or 3, that's my headache, don't you worry about me. Just mind business and you won't. Let's see. And then Hank wrote. I know what we do here. Here's a song that I learned from Carl Martin, folks. Carl Martin sings with a group called Martin Bogan and the Armstrongs. I just produced a record on them that's going to be out on Flying Fish someday, you know, after the first of the year or whenever Bruce Kaplan gets it together, you know, to put the tape onto a disc and get cover and all that stuff. But Carl Martin wrote this song that I really like. And all the vegetables get up and dance in this song. Late one night by the pale moonlight, all the vegetables give a spree. They put out a sign, dancing tonight, and all the admissions are free. There was peas, there's greens, cabbage and beans. It was the biggest crowd you ever did see. And when Mr. Cucumber struck up that number, oh, you should have heard the vegetables scream. Oh, the little turned the top, done the backwards flop. Cabbage shook the shimmy till she could not stop. The little red beet shook its feet. The watermelon died with the cockeyed heat. The little tomato, vegetato, shook the shimmy with the sweet potato. Old man garlic dropped dead of the colic down at the barnyard dance this morning. Down at the barnyard dance this morning. Orb a little turnip top, down the backwards flop. Cabbage on the shimmy couldn't stop. Little red beet shook its feet. Watermelon down at the cockeyed. Little tomato, vegetato, shook the shimmy with the sweet potato. Old man garlic dropped dead of the colic down at the barnyard dance this morning. Down at the barnyard dance this morning. And it was down at the barnyard barnyard dance. Isn't that a good song? Carl Martin wrote that, folks.
KSAN San Francisco.
About technology. Sing a couple I sang last set, just so I can remember which ones are on this record. This has been a wonderful tour. You know, you don't get to mouth off like this on the radio too often, but I've had a wonderful time all fall now. This has just been, you know, so for me to tell you how hard this was to do, you know, I've been having a really good time. So. If your life was on videotape, wouldn't everything be alright? When your head hurts the morning after, you could always roll it back to late last night. You could replay all the good parts and cut out what you don't like. Wouldn't you be in good shape if your life was on videotape? If everybody had ESP, oh, everything'd be okay. We could see trouble coming and we could step out of the way. When that grim reaper comes to call, we could arrange to be out of town. That would be the great escape, and you could put it on videotape. I don't have a video recorder, don't have a crystal ball, and when I'm not with my baby, oh, I don't have very much at all. I can't predict the future, you know I sure can't change the past, and I know it will all make sense if she loves me in the present tense. If your life was on videotape, wouldn't everything be alright? When your head hurts the morning after, you could always roll it back to late last night. You could replay all of the good parts and cut out what you don't like. Wouldn't you be in good shape if your life was on videotape? Oh, well, here's my favorite Smokey Robinson and the Miracles song, folks. All right. Well, actually, Mary Wells recorded it, even though Smokey wrote it. And I learned this after Torn Between Two Lovers was on the radio for a while. I said, where have I heard something like this? I couldn't figure out what it was, you know. It took me a while. Well, I've got two lovers, I ain't ashamed. Two lovers, and I love them both the same. Let me tell you about my first lover. Oh, she treats me good like a lover should. Treats me fine and she's mine, all mine, and I love her. Oh, I really love her. Oh, 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 I love her so, I'll do everything I can to let her know. Well, I've got two lovers and I ain't ashamed. Two lovers and I love them both the same. Let me tell you about my other lover. He treats me bad, makes me mad, makes me cry, but I can't deny that I love her. Oh, I really love her. Oh, I love her so, and I'll do everything I can to let her know. Darling, well, don't you think that I can tell that whenever I'm with you, that you think that I'm untrue? Because I say that I love to, but I really, really do. 'Cause you're a split personality, and in reality, both of them are you. I see it. Oh, yeah. Many guys have come to you with a line that wasn't true, and you passed them by. Their words don't have that ring. They're on the radio. Lies don't mean a thing. Why don't you let me try? The words that I'm saying are true. The way that I say them to you is la 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 la. I love you. Oh, baby, please. La 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 la. I love you. If I ever knew a girl that I needed in this world, you are the one for me. Let me hold you in my arms, thrill you with my charms. I know that you will see that the words I'm saying are true. The way that I say them to you, it's to you. Is listen to me, la 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 la. I love you. La, la, la. Yeah, let's see what comes after that. Now, I'm gonna play "Can't Go Back." This is a song for Wilson Pickett, whose music I admire in the extreme. In this great big world of trouble, sometimes there must be a little joy. And when the woman wants the good, good love, she must separate the men from the boy. And men, you know, that's the same for us all around the world. Oh, once you've been been in love with the good, good woman, it sure is hard to go back to little girl. Now, when I was just a little boy, my papa said these words to me. Son, you better watch your step when you go looking for the female company. Boy, don't be fooled when she's talking to you and you know she is not that tame. Now a woman is the one who means business, and the little girl is just playing a game. When the woman's thinking of you, some little girl will come to break your heart. You can find the one who loves you when you are man enough to tell them apart. And Papa told me when you find the one who gives you good loving, now son, don't you ever make her cry. Don't you make her cry. You can search this whole world over, never find another, no matter how hard you try. Boy, just remember, she will only care for you just as much as you care for her. Once you've been in love with the good, good, good God, John. Now once you've been in love with the good, 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 good God, you've been in love with the good, good woman. Sure it's hard to go back to, hard to go back to, hard to go back to little girl.
John Prine gave me a rhythm ace for Christmas a year and a half ago, and it had a tempo like this in it one day. So, this, you know, I don't remember singing this one too many times before, but tonight's a good night. All night long, you've been sending those signals, the ones you know that could not help but see. You won't be satisfied until you satisfy your curiosity. I don't mean to seem ungrateful. Am I not the fool for flattery? But you don't know what you're saying, or you would not be saying it to me. Back where I'm from, we don't take these things lightly. We don't say the words just to hear how they sound. Where's the one who will love me nightly? The one who will still be here when you are not around. Wasn't this the Garden of Eden? Way back when I was Adam and you were Eve. You just want to take one bite out of that apple, and then you want to hang the rest back up on the tree. Well, I know something else Latin. Let me think what else. This is some island music for Manhattan Island. I played this first set too, but I know Malvina Reynolds likes this song. Malvina, are you still here? Yeah? After I sing this, will you come sing one song? Yeah? Right?
Down on 42nd Street, where the elite all retreat to greet, you can see them coming from everywhere. Every kind of man and woman you will find there. There are men who love women who love men. There are women who love women every now and then. There are men who love men because they can't pretend. They are men who love women who love men. There are those who will love you for pay, those who can love either way. And in the bar with the bottle of scotch, there are those who would rather just watch all the men who love women who love men. And women who love women every now and then. There are men who love men because they can't pretend. They are men who love women who love men. There are those who make love to machines that don't talk back and are easy to clean. And there are those who will tell you out loud that they can only make love in a crowd. That was easy for me to say. A crowd of men who love women who love men. Women who love women every now and then. There are men who love men because they can't pretend. They are men who love women who love men. In pursuing true love's joy, boys will be girls and girls will be boys. But it's so hard to know what to do when you don't know who you're talking to. 'Cause there are men who love women who love men. There are women who love women every now and then. There are men who love men because they can't pretend. They are men who love women who love 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 men. Make Malvina Reynolds welcome, folks.
Standard tuning, is it?
Oh,
It's the only
standard
one
minus.
Okay.
Stand by.
That's the kind I'm familiar with.
Yeah.
Capo?
Capo. Yeah. What fret's key?
Two will do.
Two will do.
Right.
All the outpatients are here. I know. I get a top. Let go for a second.
Pretty good. My boy chick. I was up in Seattle and, yes, I was at the Cousteau Society big thing up there. And Don McLean was there and Guy Davis and all the great people. And when the show was at its finish and there was a big finale, Jacques Cousteau sent all the staff up on the stage and everybody danced. And I was waltzed around the stage by Jacques Cousteau. So I'm beginning to write a song that says, Jacques Cousteau waltzed me round the stage and Steve Goodman wore my hat. I'm going to sing a song called The Little Mouse. It's a good thing this is on KSAN. They can take it. A little mouse got into the wires at the Central Clearinghouse in Buenos Aires. One little mouse short-circuited the computers, says a press dispatch from Reuters. Hooray for the little mouse that fucked up the clearinghouse and set the stock exchange in a spin and made the bankers cry. So much for the electronic brains run the world of banks and airplanes. And if one little mouse can set them all awry, why not you and I? Do that again because it's short in the first place. In the second place, I was singing it in the wrong key. I was not prepared for this great occasion. Anyway, there's a little recitation goes in there, and it goes as follows, because another thing happened similar to this, reported in the San Francisco Chronicle, went as follows. Then there was another item in the papers about a bank's computers. They messed up the account, so the farmer's checks all bounced. Thank you. And his business fell apart, and it nearly broke his heart. So he took the bank to court, and they gave him an award of $150,000. The bank appealed, and on due consideration, the higher court doubled the compensation. So if a computer does it to you, you can sue or chew the wires through. A little mouse got into the wires at the Central Clearinghouse in Buenos Aires. One little mouse, right, short-circuited the computers, says a press dispatch from Reuters. Hooray for the little mouse that fucked up the clearinghouse and set the stock exchange in a spin and made the bankers cry. So much for the electronic brains that run the world of banks and airplanes. And if one little mouse can set them all awry, thank you, that's great.
That's Malvina Reynold, folks. Yeah. Tremendous woman. Yeah. Can you? Right there. Oh my God. Yeah, you can definitely develop spotlight blindness when looking for the stairs up here. Well, listen. Time to get some real musicians up here now. and here's the great player. No, folks. Hey, folks, there's songwriters and bangers, and then there's musicians. And this fella here is in a class by himself. And I think there's very little doubt that he's the premier mandolin player in the world today. And it's no accident that he also has Jack Benny's comic timing. What a weird combination. But he's a great man, and he lives in Evanston, Illinois, where I do, and that's how we met up. And it's an honor. And the guy needs a good opening act, so I came out with him this fall. Would you make Jethro Burns welcome, folks? Jethro Burns. Yeah, all right. It's the only one I got left. There's no question. 1, 2, 3, 4.
What they say about Dixie? Does the sun really shine all the time? And do those sweet magnolias blossom round everybody's door? Do folks keep eating peanuts until they can't eat no more? Jethro, is it true what they say about Swanee? Is a dream by that stream so sublime? Well, I could remember all of the words, and now let's see if I remember the chords. They say about Dixie. Does the sun really shine all the time? Do those sweet magnolias blossom round everybody's door? Do folks keep eating possum till they can't eat no more? Is it true what they say about Swanee is a dream by that stream so sublime? Now do they laugh and sing like they say in that song? If that's true, then that's where we belong. If that's true, that's where we belong.
Oh, that's grand. Here's a song by Mike Smith, folks. Based on Edgar Lee Masters' Spoon River Anthology here. Not too many songs written based on Edgar Lee Masters' Spoon River Anthology. Didn't mean to turn this into a lit class. Mike Smith's special songwriter.
All of the riverboat gamblers are losing their shirts. And all of the brave Union soldier boys sleep in the dirt. But you know, and I know, there never was reason to hurt. When all of our lives were entwined to begin with, here in Spoon River. All of the calico dresses, the gingham and the lace, are up in the attic with grandfather's Derringer case. There's words whispered down in this hallway, a shadowy face. And the morning is heavy with one more beginning here in Spoon River. come to the dance. Mary Perkins, I like you right well. The Union is preserved, and if you listen, oh, you hear all of it. There must be a heaven. The Lord knows I've seen mostly hell, and my rig is outside, coming right through the morning here in Spoon River. All of the riverboat gamblers are losing their shirt. All of the brave Union soldier boys sleep in the dirt. But you know, I know there never was reason to hurt when all of our lives were entwined to begin with here in Spoon River. Jethro Burns, folks. Mike Smith wrote that song. What a wonderful song. I know. We'll play a Chicago song for him. This is for the towing company. If I speak into the mic, that works better on the radio, huh? And then if I walk back there and look at the wall or the roof, okay. Listen, thanks to KSAN. Yeah, we ought to try that. Okay. Greg Hildebrand wrote that. We'll do a couple of Chicago songs here. Just You've been hollering for that all night, right? Yeah, all right. Thank you very much. Okay. I've almost got it. I came home last Saturday night. What do you think I found? I went to open the kitchen door, but it had been broke down. I walked into my living room. What do you think I see? For a great big old ugly man who was sitting there waiting for me. Gangsters, burglars, who the hell are you? You look like a bunch of bums or monkeys from the zoo. And if it wasn't for the cut of those crummy clothes, which leaves me in some doubt, I'd think you was the mafia hitmen that come in here to rub me out. They says, beatnik, pervert, don't talk that way to me. We discovered your roommate's stash of hash and some cubes of LRD. There's a bottle of Milltown on your dresser, and you're as good as dead. If you want to stay in one piece, then just to keep a civil tongue in your head. I says, police, it's the police. My Christ, I should have seen. Those mafia fellas ain't half as squirrely and nowhere near as mean. That's when they put me up against the wall. I says, please stop if you get me one more time. I'm gonna have to call the cops. It was reefer, hash, and LRD. Tell us where you bought it, and we promise to set you free. I says, I don't know what you're talking about. Besides, don't be in such a rush. I never set foot in this house before. Would you like to buy a fuller brush? So hipsters and vipers, here's what you gotta do. It's election year in Chicago, and you better hide that boo. Tony Rigoni is a narco man, and he's got a nose for grass. And then he tied me up. Help, he's tying me up. Then he turned on the buzzsaw. Help! And then the train was coming. Help! If Tony ever catches you lighting up, it will surely be your ass. Greg Hildebrand wrote this song, folks. Interesting song. Wonder what he was talking about. Well, that's why they call it dope. Causes me to say stuff like that, huh? I see. Mr. Coherent here. Well, here's the song we were gonna play a couple of months ago about the Lincoln Park Pirates, folks, and we'll sing this for you. Don Diego. Bibbidi-bobbidi. The street lamps are on in Chicago tonight, and lovers are gazing at stars. The stores are all closing, Bolandic's been chosen, and Casio is counting the cars. There are more cars than places to put 'em, he said, but I've got room for some more. So round 'em up, boys, because I want the toys. Hit the lot by the grocery store. To me, way, hey, tow 'em away. The Lincoln Park Pirates are we. From Wilmette to Gary, there's none that's so hairy, and we always collect our fee. To me, way, hey, tow 'em away. We plunder the streets of your town. Be it Edsel or Chevy, there's no car too heavy, and no one can make us shut down. We break into the cars when we gotta, with a pickaxe and a hammer and a saw. They said this garage had no license, but little care I for the law. All my drivers are friendly and courteous. Their good manners you always will get, because they all are recent graduates of the charm school in Joliet. To me, way, tow 'em away. The Lincoln Park Pirates are we. From Wilmette to Gary, there's none that's so hairy. We always collect our fee. To me, way, tow 'em away. We plunder the streets of your town. Be it Edsel or Chevy, there's no car too heavy, and no one can make us shut down.
morning. And I'll tow every boat in Belmont Harbor to the Lincoln Park Lagoon. And when I've collected the ransom and sunk all the ones that won't yield, tow the goddamn planes that are blocking the runways out at O'Hare Field. Tell me way, hey, tow 'em away. The Lincoln Park Pirates are we. From Wilmette to Gary, there's none that's so hairy. We always collect our fee. Tell me way, hey, tow 'em away. Now citizens gather around, and I think it's enough, and let's call his bluff, and let's tow the bum out of town. City of New Orleans for you folks. You know, ever since Arlo recorded this song, I've been able to come to San Francisco and play, you know, so it's among the many things I owe Arlo tonight. I'll tell you, that was a fabulous thing he did, you know. It's not often that someone who writes songs as well as him bothers to, you know, sing something else. You know, it's really nice of him. And it ain't like he couldn't have gone to the closet and gotten 1,000 of his father's songs to record too that day, you know. So it was a pretty nice thing to do. Riding on the city of New Orleans, Illinois Central, Monday morning rain. 15 cars and 15 restless riders, 3 conductors and 25 sacks of mail. Out on a southbound Odyssey, the train pulls out of Kankakee and rolls past houses and farms and fields, passing towns that have no name and freight yards full of old black men in the graveyards of the rusted automobiles. Just to sing good morning America, how are you? Hey, don't you know me? I'm your native son. I'm the train they call the city of New Orleans. I'll be gone 500 miles when day is done, dealing cards with the old men in the club car. It's penny a point, ain't nobody keeping score. Pass that paper bag that holds that bottle, feel the wheels rumbling beneath the floor. And the sons of Pullman porters and the sons of engineers ride their daddy's magic carpet made of steel. And mothers with the babes asleep go rocking to the gentle beat, and the rhythm of the rails is all they dream, singing good morning America, how are you? Hey, don't you know me? I'm your native son. I'm the train they call the city of New Orleans. I'll be going 500 miles when day is done. We're changing cars in Memphis, Tennessee. Halfway home and we'll be there by morning.
through the Mississippi darkness rolling to the sea. How but all 1,000 people seem to fade into a bad dream, and that steam rail still ain't heard the news. The conductor sings that song again. It's passengers, oh please refrain. And this train has got the disappearing railroad blues. Just a saying good night, America, how are ya? Hey, don't you know me? I'm your native son. I'm the train they call a city of New Orleans. I'll be gone 500 miles when day is done. Just a saying good night, America, how are ya? Hey, don't you know me? I'm your native son. I'm the train they call a city of New Orleans. I'll be gone a long, long time when day is done.